Ahoy class, I'm Carol Record and I'll be your instructor this session. I'm a graphic designer, photographer, artist. I've been working in the field since about 2009. I have a master's in visual communication design and I'm very active in the photography community, especially the photography educator community. I'm a member of the world's largest photographic education organization, and it's open to educators and students and anyone that's interested. It's called the SPE, the Society for Photographic Education. I've done a little bit of everything graphic design wise, like web design, branding, product design and stuff. And then photography, the commercial photography that I've done, it's mostly been product photography. I actually did a lot of product photography for a military supplier called the Supply Room. They're like one of the nation's largest manufacturers of military insignia. But these days, my photography work is more for myself. I kind of do my design work, generally, that's what I do for other people, to satisfy the logical part of my brain. And for me, photography is the thing that I do as a personal, creative, expressive outlet to like feed my soul. I've loved photography ever since I was a little kid. I grew up watching my dad take pictures and stuff. So I love capturing memories. I love documenting things. I love taking pictures of people, especially when they're not looking and they're not aware that they're being photographed, because I like to capture those special moments. For me, photography is both a means of self-expression and exploration, but ultimately for me, photography is a way in which I show love. By taking the time to make a picture of something, I'm showing that I value it or I care about it. Even if it's not a great picture, I value it enough to attempt to take a picture of it and capture it. And like if I could, I would, basically like take pictures of literally everything, which, while I'm telling you about myself, I basically do. I'm a little OCD about photographs. So I don't only take pictures to create like fine art, or sometimes as a graphic designer, I'll take pictures of things to use in my designs. I like to combine photographic imagery and like textures and things like that in my design. As a graphic designer, which I assume most of you are, having basic photography skills is such a huge asset. Both being able to take like a basic decent picture of something. Let's say you're working for a company that needs product photography. If you can at least figure out how to take something that's well lit in front of a black and white background, that's pretty good. And the next level would be, color adjustments and adjusting contrast, specifically working with levels and then clipping. And then when you get past that, it's all fun. Like I like working with blending modes and stuff. I have short-term memory issues due to trauma. I basically trained myself to be OCD about taking pictures. So for me, not only is it a creative outlet, it is also something that helps me function somewhat normally and sometimes better than other people, because I have a system, like since I document things. Like, so for me, just to give you an idea of how, I'm gonna say neurotic, but honestly, I think it's awesome. Like anytime I leave or go somewhere, I take a picture to tell me where I went. And also in the metadata, which you'll learn about that, your book refers to it as EXIF data, metadata. I can look at that and it'll give me timestamps and other information that will help me figure things out. So I take pictures of where I go, when I'm there, what I'm doing to help jog my brain. And then later, like I will time block my time and sometimes journal using those photos as reference for that. So that's just one like cool way you could use photography. You can also just use it to take awesome pictures of your family and friends. I think everybody honestly should take some basic photography classes, just so you can document your life, and have things to go back and look at and that sort of thing. Since this is my intro, you can learn a little bit more about me on the instructor overview page, but basically, like, I'm a huge geek. I love anything like art, design, travel, big into education and gaming. And while in grad school, I started designing educational tabletop games. First one is like a memory matching game called Starfall that like helps teach people how to recognize constellations in the Northern Hemisphere based on pattern recognition. My thesis project was a photography game called Lumen, photo vocab game, and it's basically like a deck of vocabulary cards and then a large deck of photographic images, and helps teach people vocabulary, gives you practice analyzing images and stuff. Excited about this and just wanted to share it with you since it's relevant to the class, because like for the longest time, I was like, am I a graphic designer or am I a photographer? Like it felt like two separate worlds, even though I would use my photography in some of my design stuff. And for years, I wanted to figure out how to marry my two passions. And so this is the baby. This is my graphic design and photography baby. So I'm super excited about it. If you want to know anything else, just let me know. I'm really looking forward to getting to know all of you. I have a private Discord if anyone ever wants to hang out one night and ask questions about photography or show me what you're working on and get some feedback before you like finalize it or work things out like that. Very chill, and as long as you communicate with me about what's going on. I'm also very flexible with your assignments. I understand that life happens. A lot of you are in the military or full-time working professionals. So if you just reach out to me, preferably beforehand, and let me know what's going on, I'll work with you. And always, I'd rather you turn in your assignments late than not at all. I want you to succeed in this course, and I understand life happens, so be sure to reach out to me. Thank you for listening to all this, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you.